War. Where does it come from? War. Where is its seed? Where does it begin? When does it end? How does it end? What leads someone to be in a state of war? What gets someone to slay another? How do we end war without feeding war? What is war? Where does it come from? Can we live without war? Can we evolve without war? How do we speak to war as a beloved without creating more war? How do we bring two parts of war against each other into harmony without being at war with it? Can we actually sit in some questions before spitting out answers? Sitting in the discomfort of the war within our own being? What are the benefits to war? What makes it so valuable to be in a state of war with one another about the war? What makes it so valuable that we just can't stop feeding it? Like, what are the values in it? Okay, well, is it power? There's a great gym right around the corner. Is it having more? I got an apple on my top shelf. It's actually an orange. I lied. How does one speak to war without feeding the war? How does one embody peace and penetrate that into the war energy? Can asking questions be enough? Or maybe is the war because someone might not believe they're enough? Or that there isn't enough? Is it that there's not enough? Is all the war because one is at war with themselves and their own connection to the true definition of fill in the blank? What feeds the war? Is it these videos on these screens? Because if you were in a state of war, I don't think you'd have time to see. When in war, there's not much time for thinking or even asking questions. There's mostly being in it. Can we survive without war? Can we live without war? Can we speak without war? Can we succeed without war? Can we feel confident without war? Can we feel content with the part that we play without being better than or less than? Is feeling better than or less than a war within itself? If one leads a little longer than they need, does that create war? If someone gets greedy about the part that they play and they're just unwilling to shift and let another take place for the game of the lead, Does that create war? When someone knows what's right, so right that they can see what's wrong, is that war? Can we be in our truth without war? Can we be who we really are without war? Can we create solutions without war? What would it be like to live life without war? Within ourselves and within our families and our communities? Where are we still at war? Within ourselves and our families and our communities? You used a plastic cup! Is that worth war? Pachamama is God! Is that war? When something feels so right that nothing else can be right, does that help war? No matter how true or how pure? Can something that believes it's so pure that all the rest is filth? Is that war? It's a tricky kind of game. Because to really bring peace, would we actually need to go into such subtleties within our own being and share, create, and speak from a place of true harmony? If not, then I must be feeding the war energy. I'd be speaking to this video, thinking about who is wrong. Then to the war I belong. What does one do while sifting through these things? Hold back and hold tight and be in fright? Because I don't want to feed the war. I don't want to be the war. I am the war. Well then, one must accept, first of all, that their hands might be already a little bloody, that they may have been playing a part in the war, and they got a little sloppy with their thoughts and their ideas, and what they perceive and why. None of those parts can you deny, otherwise you would be in war with yourself, my love. And the only way we can transcend the war is if we end the war within, not through war. Funny thing. Well, then we cannot be at war with ourselves. Be vulnerable. Be authentic. Be willing to see what is wrong and embrace it into wholeness. Equally with the right. To the mind, this may feel like a fright. I would never want to play the part of the devil. I'm too sacred to be a demon. That being definitely not from my semen. Oh, silly goose. This is when we can see that we were spoofed. Is spoof a word? Sounds a little absurd, but I think so. Okay, let's go. An epiphany, indeed. If the the poor war were to see where the cause began, it would weep so many tears that it would melt the sand. The bleeding heart that begins to love will be able to see the true cause of the distortions and the contractions and the illusion of the revelations. It is beyond the mind. It is beyond the sight. It is within your own blood where the brother and sister can truly unite. This begins with you. Not telling me what to do. I'm just being me. In the sea of infinity. Can it be that I can be enough? And so can you. That I can have a full cup and all else, boo. How do we let our mind know that it's okay if it doesn't run the show? Asking questions is a wise way to go. Because answers? There are plenty of books written based on those. I feel a little stuffed up for more answers right now. I'm kind of ready to soak in question and enjoy the sacred cow mooing and mowing the lawn while chewing its cud until it poops. I'll be doing that. Until there's a new way that reveals itself, birthed from the overflooding, gushing, oozing gluttonous of my inner innocence that squirts into all of existence as all that I thought I was dies and cries and screams and yelps for helps until it melts back into the cosmic interconnectivity of the undeniable unity. Bella? Okay, I'm gonna go play ball with you.